Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the issue shaking Port Charles to its core, where shifting alliances, hidden agendas, and desperate gambits are rewriting the fates of General Hospital's most iconic characters. Laura vs. Jordan, the fallout and its ripple effects. The atmosphere at General Hospital is electric with tension following Laura's explosive decision to fire Jordan, a move that has sent shockwaves through the hospital's power structure. Jordan, once a symbol of discipline and loyalty, now finds herself cast out, her pride wounded and her ambitions reignited in a far darker direction. No longer bound by the constraints of her former role, Jordan embarks on a relentless campaign of retribution, meticulously cataloging every secret and misstep of the hospital's leadership. She forges new alliances among those dissatisfied with Laura's reign, even flirting with the idea of collaborating with the very underground forces the hospital once fought to expel. This transformation from trusted manager to shadowy adversary has destabilized the hospital's morale. Staff whisper about who might be targeted next, and Laura, once a pillar of strength, now faces the daunting task of defending her reputation on two fronts, internally against Jordan's cunning maneuvers, and externally as the threat of public scandal and legal investigation looms. The stakes are higher than ever, with the hospital's very future hanging in the balance. Willow's ordeal, isolation and the cost of loyalty. Amidst this chaos, Willow finds herself enduring unprecedented emotional and social pressure. What began as a quest for peace and stability for her family has devolved into a nightmare of betrayal and danger. Drew, once her confidant and protector, has become the unwitting architect of her distress, dragging her into a web of risky schemes and resurfacing old conflicts. As alliances shift and secrets unravel, Willow is forced to make impossible decisions. Should she stand by Drew, or break free to protect herself and her loved ones? Her isolation is palpable. Friends grow distant, rumors swirl, and every attempt to explain her predicament is undermined by Drew's increasingly unpredictable behavior. The threats she faces are no longer confined to whispers in the hallway, they now include tangible dangers to her safety and reputation. Willow's journey is a harrowing exploration of trust, resilience, and the high price of misplaced loyalty. Trina's ascendancy, from observer to game-changer. In the midst of General Hospital's upheaval, Trina emerges as a force to be reckoned with. No longer content to watch from the sidelines, she becomes a proactive protector. Especially for Kai, a friend teetering on the edge of disaster thanks to his entanglement with Drew's schemes. Trina's strategic thinking and willingness to challenge the status quo mark a dramatic evolution in her character. She carefully navigates the hospital's treacherous politics, shielding Kai from harm and inspiring those around her to believe that even in a world rife with corruption, determined individuals can make a difference. Her actions not only safeguard Kai but also serve as a beacon of hope for other young staffers. Trina's transformation into a key player signals a new era at General Hospital, where courage and cunning can shift the balance of power and spark much-needed change. Carly, Brennan, and Drew, a battle of wits and survival. Elsewhere, the intricate dance between Carly, Brennan, and Drew intensifies. Carly, ever the strategist, seizes a rare opportunity to assert control, forcing Brennan, a man known for his aggression, to adopt a more cautious, conciliatory approach. Every interaction between them is a high-stakes chess match, with trust and betrayal hanging in the balance. Drew, meanwhile, finds himself under increasing pressure, acutely aware that a single misstep could have catastrophic consequences for himself and those he cares about. This triad's maneuvering injects a fresh surge of unpredictability into the hospital's daily life. As alliances shift and hidden motives come to light, each decision carries the potential to reshape the entire landscape of General Hospital. The tension is palpable, and the outcome remains uncertain. Sasha's descent, pawn in Sidwell's game. Sasha's journey takes a dark turn as she becomes ensnared in Sidwell's web of manipulation. Initially approached at a moment of vulnerability, Sasha is lured by promises of stability and power, only to find herself trapped in a cycle of escalating demands and moral compromise. Each concession she makes to Sidwell erodes her autonomy, transforming her from a survivor into a pawn in his relentless pursuit of dominance. Her transformation is both shocking and tragic. Those who once trusted Sasha now view her with suspicion, and her relationship with Jason is strained to the breaking point as he watches, helpless, while she spirals deeper into danger. Sasha's predicament is a stark warning of how easily ambition and desperation can be weaponized, turning allies into adversaries and putting entire communities at risk. Jocelyn's bold gambit: ambition meets deception. Jocelyn Jacks is on the verge of a major breakthrough or a catastrophic misstep. Determined to secure a coveted research assistant position as part of her WSB mission, Jocelyn employs every tool at her disposal, including subtle manipulation and strategic alliances. Her main rival, Emma Scorpio Drake, becomes the unwitting target of Jocelyn's psychological games, as Jocelyn seeks to tip the odds in her own favor. The competition is fierce, and the stakes are personal. Jocelyn's willingness to blur ethical lines in pursuit of her goals highlights the lengths to which ambition can drive even the most principled individuals. Her storyline promises to escalate tensions among the younger generation at General Hospital, setting the stage for future rivalries and unexpected alliances. Jordan and Sidwell, dangerous liaisons. Meanwhile, Jordan's alliance with Sidwell marks a significant escalation in the hospital's underworld dealings. Sidwell, ever the opportunist, sees Jordan as a valuable asset, but he underestimates her resolve and cunning. Jordan's willingness to play both sides, appearing to accept Sidwell's offer while secretly plotting her own agenda, adds a new layer of intrigue to the ongoing power struggle. Her actions threaten to expose hidden vulnerabilities within the hospital's leadership, and her partnership with Sidwell could either spell disaster or provide the leverage needed to reclaim her lost status. The outcome of this dangerous liaison remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: Jordan is no longer a pawn, she is a player in her own right, and her next move could change everything. At the heart of the storm stands Sonny Corinthos, a man beset by both personal and professional crises. Recent revelations about his heart condition and impending pacemaker surgery have left him more vulnerable than ever. Seeking solace, Sonny turns to Carly, hoping for support, but finds instead a partner who, while sympathetic, is unwilling to let him off the hook for his recent decisions. Carly's response is complex. She offers emotional support, yet challenges Sonny to reconsider his involvement in the hospital's affairs, particularly in light of the negative publicity and the impact on their family. Sonny's struggle to maintain control over his empire while navigating shifting loyalties and mounting threats underscores the precariousness of his position. As his enemies circle and his allies waver, Sonny must confront the possibility that his reign may be nearing its end. The week ahead at General Hospital promises a whirlwind of drama, betrayal, and redemption. From Laura's embattled leadership and Jordan's quest for vengeance, to Willow's struggle for survival and Jocelyn's ambitious gambits, every character faces a crossroads. New alliances are forged, old bonds are tested, and the line between friend and foe grows ever more blurred. Next, we will dive deep into the tangled web of intrigue surrounding Port Charles University, where new revelations are casting a long shadow over Emma Scorpio Drake's academic ambitions and personal life. Dalton's motives under the microscope: mentor or manipulator? At the heart of the current campus uproar lies the enigmatic Professor Dalton, whose actions are stirring both admiration and suspicion. While some see him as a champion of young talent, others whisper about his tendency to single out certain students for special attention. Dalton's encouragement for Emma to apply for his summer research assistantship has set tongues wagging, but is it a testament to her abilities, or does it hint at a more personal agenda? The debate rages on in faculty lounges and student forums alike, with some speculating that Dalton's mentorship style blurs the line between professionalism and favoritism. Could his support be masking ulterior motives, or is he simply misunderstood in his quest to foster academic excellence? The answer may lie in the subtle dynamics of their interactions, which have become the subject of intense scrutiny among university insiders. Emma's calculated move, a fresh start, or a hidden agenda? Emma's arrival at PCU was initially seen as a promising new chapter, but recent developments suggest her transfer may have been more strategic than anyone realized. Her eagerness to work closely with Dalton has led some to question whether she orchestrated her own academic trajectory to remain in his orbit. Was her departure from Berkeley a calculated sacrifice, a bold move to secure a future alongside her mentor? If so, what does this reveal about her ambitions and her willingness to bend the rules for personal gain? Some students admire her determination, while others worry about the precedent it sets for academic integrity. The possibility that Emma engineered her own expulsion, betting on a clean slate at PCU, adds a layer of intrigue to her story and raises questions about the lengths to which some will go for a second chance. The Berkeley connection, romance, rumors, and a mysterious NDA. Delving into Emma's past uncovers a series of rumors that refuse to die. Her sudden exit from Berkeley University was shrouded in secrecy, with only vague references to problematic behavior ever making it into official records. Behind closed doors, however, speculation about a forbidden relationship between Emma and a faculty member, possibly Dalton himself, has persisted. The existence of a non-disclosure agreement is widely rumored, fueling theories that the university sought to quietly resolve a scandal that could have damaged reputations on both sides. If true, this would explain the seamless transition Dalton made to his new position at PCU, as well as Emma's reluctance to discuss her Berkeley years. The specter of a romantic entanglement, hushed up by legal means, continues to haunt both their reputations and casts doubt on the legitimacy of their professional relationship. A deeper dive: the power dynamics of student-professor relationships. The situation at PCU has ignited broader conversations about the ethics of student-professor relationships and the power imbalances they entail. Critics argue that even the appearance of favoritism can undermine trust in academic institutions, while supporters of Dalton and Emma insist that genuine mentorship is often mistaken for impropriety. The debate has prompted calls for clearer boundaries and stricter oversight, with some advocating for new policies to prevent similar situations in the future. Meanwhile, students and faculty alike are left to navigate an environment where ambition, attraction, and authority intersect in unpredictable ways. The case has become a focal point for discussions about consent, agency, and the responsibilities of those in positions of power. Emma's perspective, ambition, vulnerability, and the cost of secrets. From Emma's point of view, the unfolding drama is as much about personal growth as it is about scandal. Friends describe her as driven yet guarded, fiercely protective of her privacy and determined to succeed on her own terms. The pressure to maintain her composure in the face of relentless gossip has taken its toll, leading some to wonder how much longer she can keep her secrets safe. Emma's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of ambition unchecked by transparency, and the emotional cost of living with unresolved questions. Her journey at PCU is now as much about reclaiming her narrative as it is about academic achievement. Dalton's legacy: a career at the crossroads. For Professor Dalton, the controversy threatens to overshadow a distinguished career built on innovation and mentorship. His supporters point to a long track record of nurturing talent and advancing research, while detractors accuse him of exploiting his position for personal gain. The outcome of the current investigation will likely determine not only his future at PCU but also the broader legacy he leaves behind. Dalton's case has become a litmus test for how institutions handle allegations of impropriety and the balance between due process and public perception. The broader impact: institutional trust and the future of PCU. As the scandal unfolds, PCU finds itself at a crossroads. The administration faces mounting pressure to address concerns about transparency, accountability, and student safety. Alumni and donors are watching closely, aware that the university's reputation hangs in the balance. The outcome of Emma and Dalton's saga may well set a precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future, influencing policies and shaping the culture of higher education for years to come. In summary, the story of Emma Scorpio Drake and Professor Dalton is more than a campus rumor. It's a complex tapestry of ambition, secrecy, and the search for redemption. As new details emerge, the boundaries between truth and speculation blur, leaving everyone involved to grapple with the consequences of their choices. Will Emma's secrets remain buried, or will the truth finally come to light? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the halls of PCU will never be the same. This expanded analysis not only reverses the original article's structure but also introduces new layers of detail, psychological insight, and institutional context, transforming the narrative into a comprehensive exploration of scandal, ambition, and the challenges facing modern academia. Next, we will learn about the intricate dynamics and emotional undercurrents that shaped Dante's birthday celebration at Sunny's new house, a gathering that, beneath its festive surface, revealed layers of tension, longing, and family complexity. As the birthday festivities unfolded, Olivia's reaction to Sunny's absence from Rocco's debate became a focal point of emotional intensity. Olivia, ever the passionate matriarch, was visibly upset when she discovered Sunny would not be attending the debate. Her disappointment was not just about a missed event, it symbolized a deeper frustration with Sunny's choices, as she perceived him to be prioritizing work over family. This confrontation highlighted the ongoing struggle many families face when balancing professional responsibilities with personal relationships. Olivia's pointed remarks served as a catalyst for reflection among the guests, prompting conversations about loyalty, sacrifice, and the true meaning of support within a family. In many ways, her outburst was less about the debate itself and more about the accumulation of small disappointments that can strain even the closest bonds. Meanwhile, as the celebration continued, a quieter but equally significant narrative was unfolding between Lulu and Gio. Lulu, ever the curious soul, took the opportunity to connect with Gio, a relatively new face in the family circle. Their conversation revealed that Gio was born in Los Angeles, a detail that sparked a wave of nostalgia in Lulu, as she recalled that this was also where Brooklyn and Dante's baby had been born. This coincidence opened the door for a deeper exploration of family origins and the ways in which shared histories can create unexpected connections. Lulu's gentle probing allowed Gio to open up about his past, his aspirations, and the challenges of forging his own identity within a family known for its strong personalities. Their exchange underscored the importance of storytelling in building bridges between generations, and hinted at future alliances or conflicts that might arise as Joe's role in the family evolves. Before the party's official start, Rocco sought a private moment with his father, Dante, to unburden himself about an issue that had been weighing heavily on his mind. Rocco, caught in the crossfire of adult disputes, expressed his discomfort with the rumors circulating about his grandmother Laura's relationship with his grandfather. These whispers had left him feeling exposed and anxious about the upcoming debate, especially with Laura planning to attend. In a moment of vulnerability, Rocco asked Dante to ensure that Sunny would not be present at the debate, fearing that his grandfather's attendance might exacerbate tensions or draw unwanted attention. Dante, ever the supportive father, agreed to honor Rocco's wishes, demonstrating the delicate balancing act required to navigate family politics while safeguarding a child's emotional well-being. This exchange served as a poignant reminder that children often bear the emotional fallout of adult conflicts, and that their voices, though sometimes overlooked, deserve to be heard and respected. Despite Dante's efforts to shield his son from further stress, Rocco's insecurities were not so easily assuaged. Later, he overheard Gio discussing Sunny's enthusiastic support for his burgeoning musical career, which triggered a pang of jealousy in Rocco. The comparison between Sunny's public encouragement of Gio and his absence from Rocco's debate left the young boy feeling sidelined and uncertain about his place in his grandfather's affections. This moment of envy illuminated the subtle rivalries that can develop among family members, especially when praise and attention are perceived as unevenly distributed. Rocco's reaction was not merely a childish outburst, it reflected the universal human desire for validation and the pain of feeling overlooked, even within one's own family. While the main event was marked by these intense emotional exchanges, the absence of two of Dante's closest friends, Cody and Chase, cast a shadow over the celebration. Cody's absence was due to an unexpected act of kindness. He encountered Molly stranded on the side of the road and, in a gesture that blended chivalry with a touch of the absurd, offered her a ride home on his horse. This quirky anecdote became a talking point among the guests, illustrating Cody's unpredictable nature and his willingness to go out of his way for friends in need. It also served as a reminder that life's most memorable moments often arise from spontaneous acts of generosity, even if they lead to missed appointments or altered plans. Chase, on the other hand, confided in Brooklyn that he simply wasn't in the mood to celebrate. The uncertainties of impending parenthood weighed heavily on him, leaving him feeling disconnected from the joy that should have accompanied his friend's birthday. His candid admission opened up a broader discussion about the anxieties that come with major life transitions, particularly the fear of the unknown that accompanies the prospect of becoming a parent. Brooklyn's empathetic response helped to normalize these feelings, reinforcing the idea that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a necessary step toward personal growth and deeper connection.